back and welcome to my channel. Recently I've been to the Doncaster crafting live show and it was amazing. I just thought I'd do some small clips of the different stalls that was there, and I would show you what I bought while I was there, which is probably way too much for what I should have bought. There were so many stalls, I couldn't have recorded everything. I did have my husband and my daughter helping me doing recordings and photos and things like that, so there's going to be a bit of a montage after I finish talking now, just of the bits that we did manage to film and record. It was just that busy, there was just no room for me to be able to stand and do it as well as some others might have done. So I hope you enjoy looking at the stalls and all the beautiful things that were there. It wasn't all beading and it wasn't all clay, it was all a sort of mixture of things, so it fed into my love of all crafts pretty much when I went in, and I can't wait to go again next year. I will say, when I go next year I will take more money because there was just so many good deals and I just couldn't pass them up. But there were some that I had to pass up because I'd run out of money pretty much, and it was such a nice buzz because there were so many other crafters of a like mind that was there, and you could see the excitement on everybody's faces. So yeah, that's it. So I'll let you watch this little bit and then I'll show you what I've bought. So now you've seen all the video clips and pictures that I took while I was at the craft fair, I thought you'd like to see what I actually bought. Now there were 3 beading stands that were there, and I didn't get these boxes from those beading stands, but I wanted to separate them off so I could tell you which ones that I got them from. So I'll just take one at a time for now. So this was the first one that I got to, and they've got these nice larger sized beading mats. The ones that I've got are a bit smaller than this one, plus it's purple. It's my favourite colour, so that's why I had to get that one. And then I've got some of these Beadsmith snowflake forms. I saw them quite a while ago now, and I've been wanting to do some ever since, but I've not been able to find them in any of the shops that I've been to. Probably could have found some online, but then when I spotted them it just reminded me that I wanted to have a go. So these are definitely something I'm going to be enjoy working with. And I got these lovely frosted pastel beads. I can't remember the actual name, the type of bead that it is. I think I've done far too much shopping today and I just can't remember it all. But one strand of these was £2.50, and they're really nice. They're a good chunky size, so those will be good. And I also got this pair of wings charm, that was £1.50. And then I got this massive bag of charms for £5. And I've just laid it out, and there is, apart from I think it was 3 or 4, there's 2 of every charm that's in there. So I'm going to be able to make a lot of earrings and bracelets and things with these, so that was definitely worth the money that I got. Now the beading thread that I got from that stall, it looks to me like it's the 9mm beading thread, but it's not in the proper packages. But there were £1 a reel, or you got 7 for £5. So of course I had to get the £5 deal, because you know it would have been rude not to. So I've got some nice new threads, and then I got some hanks of seed beads. Oh, and I got another purple thread as well. Pick that one up. Got some hanks of seed beads. So when I was going through my stash, I realised I'm running low on purple, pink, and some nice blue. So I've just got some nice seed beads there. I think they're probably an 11 or a 12. They are really tiny. And then there was also these strands of beads, and these were, how many is there? Yeah, there were 7 strands for £5. So that was definitely a good deal, and got some nice colours in them. But I can try and recreate these colours with some mica powders and things, so I definitely picked up the right ones, so I can try and have a go at making them. And then these were, I think these were £1 a strand, and these are just some smaller pearls, because these are the sort of things that you know, I'm running low of in my stash, so landing on them at £1 a strand was definitely a good find. And then the last thing I got was this little charm that's wide with a tree, and it's got some little amethyst stone chips in it. So I really like that one, so I'll probably make a piece for myself with that one, because I really like it. That company was the makeitcompany.shop. That's about as much as what the information that I've got, but it was a really nice lady that was running it. So pop all these back. I'll just put all these away and I'll grab them. Now this one, I bought a goodie bag, a surprise goodie bag, and it said the bead selection. So not much. Oh, wait, that's in Redditch, Worcestershire. So yeah, I'll just show you what's in that in a second. But I've got some gorgeous glass beads from there. They're really nice, and I've got some more crystals here. Of course, more purple, because I love purple. And these gorgeous bright pink ones, and sort of like got black flecks in them. So those are going to be fun. And then I was seeing a lot of these sort of like frosted glass ones all the way around. So I thought I'd get myself a couple of strands of those ones because those are nice. And then I got some ball head pins. They were 30 for £2.50. So and there's the 70mm and those are 60. They didn't have the 70mm and the silver ones left. But this goodie bag was £15. Now there's a lot in it. It's definitely worth it. It said on the sign it was £55 worth of product, and I can quite easily see with that. So just got some little organza bags just to put things in that you made, and there was 3 bead kits. And I was actually looking at this one on the stand thinking, oh, I don't mind having a go at doing the Santa. I'm glad I didn't actually pick it up and buy it separately now because it was already in it. And then just another little flower earring set, and then this is just a bracelet. I think it's a memory wire bracelet, but they're good for you know, just quick and easy projects to do. But once you've got a pattern with it, I can do lots of other ones. And then I'll just tip it out. It's going to be easier than me having to keep rattling the bag around. So I've got some the charms. Oh no, the beads. So I've got some silver. They look like Gaelic beads, something like that. I thought they were charms when I first saw them. So yeah, I've got those, and then got some more glass beads. Sorry, I'm trying to get the lighting just right so that it's not shining on the packets, but you can see what I'm holding up. So these, they look like glass and they've got like different coloured flecks within them. And then I've got some eye pins, some earring hooks. I think they're charms. Yeah, those are charms, those ones. I thought I've got another bag of, oh yeah, findings. I think these are for earrings, to be honest. But they look like you can hang something up at 3 of the little loops that's on there. And then I've got this gorgeous stone. Looks a bit like a lentil bead, but it's been made with glass. So it's a really nice piece, that one. And I've got some of these little angel wings, but they're pink. I've only ever seen them in clear before, so those are definitely a new thing for my stash. And it's a lot of, like, there's these oversized frosted glass beads, and then some more of the glass ones, and those are just large pearls. Those look like they're more of a marbled effect, so it looks like they've been dipped into a coating of some sort, but they're really nice. And I've not got anything like that, so it's a nice thing to get in. And then I've got some acrylic drops. Not seen them like that before either. They've sort of like got a fluted end. And I've got some like 4 pearls, and some bugle beads. Got some strawberry buttons. Not sure what I'll use those for, but I'm sure I'll think of something. Some wooden beads, which is not particularly something that I use, but again, I'm sure I'll find something, or someone that will want to use them that I know. And that's about it. So I think £15 for all that was definitely worth it. So yeah, that was a good buy. Oh, this one's got the finders in. I thought it's got some bicorns, and then it's got one of the stringing beads. And I think when you're doing multi-strand necklaces, and it's got different holes in, so I think there's 1 or 2, and there's some bead caps in there and some head pins and things. So I think these must be bits that they've just had left over from when they've been filling bags and things, and they've just put them together. On there's these large petal marguerite beads, so those are really nice. So yeah, it's they're not, a lot of them are not colours I'd probably pick up by myself, but getting it like this is sort of you know, pushed me past my comfort zone and encouraging me to do other things. And then this is some sort of cord. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this because it's quite chunky. It's a lot chunkier than what I like to work with. So best get my thinking cap on and think of something that I'm going to do with it. So I'm going to clear this one away and come to the last one. So this is the last of the beading stalls that I went to. found some of these, and these are for when you're doing, I can't remember the name of it, Kimi-humo, if that's how you pronounce it. You know, the foam ring things that you can get, and they've got notches in, and you cross your threads over and you make sort of like a friendship type braid thing that comes through the middle of your disc. Now these are what you can put your thread round to stop them from getting all knotted up. I've been wanting some of these for a while, so when I saw them I had to get some. And then this shop was the Southampton bead shop. Yeah, Southampton, Hampshire. So if you live out that way, they're open weekdays apart from Wednesday at 10 AM. Oh, yeah, they're open 10 while 4 apart from Wednesdays. But yeah, they've definitely got a really good selection. I got a couple of rhinestones. So, but I really like the colours in those, so I think I'll probably make a pair of earrings with them, because I really like the way that the light showed off them. And then I got a couple of kits. They had pictures of these up on the wall, so you'll probably see them in the bit before what I've shown you. And they'd done them in Christmas colours, and they'd done this to look like a Christmas wreath, and it was really, really nice. And they'd done this one as well in Christmas colours, so I'm going to have a go at doing it like that. They did have some kits where they got all the beads and everything in it as well, but I just wanted to buy the pattern so that I could do them, because I've got lots of beads anyway. But it's me saying I've got lots of beads, and then I've gone and bought all this. And then they had these, I think they call them rice beads. I think it's probably because they're the sort of the shape of rice. Is that the... Yeah, I think they were... Oh no, that's not the one. Yeah, I think they were £4 for £6, I think, if I remember right, because they didn't have the labels on the end of them. But I've never seen any of this sort of shape before, this small. So really nice. And I thought if I get some more festive colours when we're getting those patterns, I've got some shinies in case I can't find anything within my stash that I like too much. These were definitely the I think the rondelles, the red that they used within the wreath set, and then this was the green ones that they used. So I've not seen all too many of like a good Christmas red and a good Christmas green, so I thought best get them. And then I just got these nice paler colours as a contrast, for if I wanted to alternate them or just do a completely different set. So that's all the bead stuff on with, and now I'll show you the other stuff. Now I got quite a lot of other bargains and things, so what shall I show you next? Oh. Now, in fact, I'm going to show you these, the Martha Stewart stamps. Now if you're in the card making world, you'll know that Martha Stewart's stuff is not cheap. It really isn't cheap. I've only got a couple of her punches, and those have been second hand that I've bought them from. Now the fair was over a couple of days, so whether they've either marked them down because it was the last day, I don't know, but either still they've first started out at selling these bigger boxes at £8.99, but they reduced them down to £4 today. And then these smaller ones, these were £2 each, and they should have been £5.99 each. Now when I've seen anything like this before, they've been pushing £25 to £30 just for one of these. So when I saw them, I was like, oh, I need to get them all. But I'd already spent so much when I got to this one that I didn't feel that I ought to get the rest of them. But they are really nice, because I have got a big box of punches, but when I see something that I know is a lot more expensive, and this is probably one of the better deals that I've found, just with how much they were reduced. So these ones just do some cut and folding punches. I've done a review on some dies that I got from, I think they were made to surprise at No Crafter's Companion, and it's basically you cut out your papers that are different coloured either side, then you fold them over and it makes all these pretty patterns. But with these punches you can punch anywhere with on the page rather than it just being in a straight line. So those are going to be really fun to work with. And then the other thing I got from that stall, they seem to be selling a lot of the more reduced things. I got a pack of Sculpey polymer clay and I'm trying to remember what I got from each one, and Sculpey mould. Now the only Sculpey clay that I've ever had is the translucent. I've never had any of these packets or anything like that. I have heard that the Sculpey 3 is a lot softer, so it might not be very good for caning, but I'm thinking with it being reduced down it might be fairly old clay, so I might be able to work with it, so we'll see what that comes out with. But this was £15 and you get 30 colours and it's 31 ounce bars, so it's like Sculpey's version of the Fimo one that I've done a review on before and showed what I could get with it. So that might be another video that's coming just to see how far I can take it and what things I can do with it. And then this was a mould and it was £3, and it's got little ducks, hearts, fish bones, teddy bears, cat, a dog bone, little feet. It's got some letter cubes. It's really very cute, but I've not seen any Sculpey things near where I live, so when I saw these, I'm like, again, I had to get them. And then the last thing that I got from that stall, sorry making a noise, were these stamps, and these were £1 each. Now I was looking at some stamps on the way around of the entire show, and a lot of them were selling these for like £9 and £10 each for a stamp this size. So for finding them for £1 each, they were definitely a bargain. So those were another thing that had to jump into my shopping basket. Now, I'll try and get the next one. So these are just some paper crafting bits and pieces that I've got. Right, so I've got a stamp. Let's see if I can find the image out. Of this little girl that's on this package, and I've had it for quite a while, but I've not known the name of it. I think I got it from Recycle Yard, which is a crafting, sort of like a second-hand shop, thrift shop type thing. But I've got the stamp of that little girl, so when I saw it I thought that's something else that I'm supposed to get, because I've not known what to do with it, but it's got matching backgrounds, and that's just a card kit. And I think the card kit was £3.50 if I remember right, and it's got card blanks, backing papers, toppers, all that sort of thing. So that's definitely going to be some fun craft making time. And then there was also a paper pack that was £3.50, and that's an 8x8 double-sided pack of paper. And then I also saw these, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them yet, but how cute are they? I know if you're not a card maker you're not really going to enjoy these, but you've got a topper sheet, you've got a card insert, and then you've got a printed backing card, and this was from Brambles Card Crafts. It doesn't say whereabouts they actually are, but no, they're on eBay, and that's their email address if anybody wants to look them up or go on their eBay shop. But they were definitely nice, but these were £1.50 each. And then there was some matching vellums, and there was 8 sheets for £2.50. Again, I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I just really like them. So, the different pictures. I can't let someone know. Oh, and then I just got the 5 different designs, and there must be 2 of each of the backing papers. But I think how many sheets are there? Yeah, there's 8 in here, so there might be either 2 of each, or depending on how many different ones there is. So let's have a quick look. 2, yeah, there's 2 of each, so there must be 4 designs. Yeah. Oh no, there's more of that one than there is the other one. Alright, well. It's still pretty anyway. I can always just make some nice pictures to frame up. It just seems a shame to put them up when it's such a nice picture all on its own. And I can keep it in. There we go. Sorry about all the rattling on the camera. It's nearly everything's in plastic, I'm afraid. Now this is probably one of the more expensive in comparison to other things. Now this stamp, I had a card made for me by Sam Calcott of Mixed Up Craft. Was it last Christmas or the one before? I can't remember. And she sent me a card anyway as a thank you, because I'd sent her some bits through the post. And she'd used this stamp and I'd not seen it anywhere. And this was one of the first things that I saw when we got to the fair. And it was $14.99. It should have been $18. I don't know how much it would have been, you know, like when it first came out. But I had to get it. It's just really, really nice. I don't usually pay this much for a stamp, but I do plan on doing quite a few cards with it. And I just think it's funny how Santa's, he's a bald Santa and he puts his hat on and covers up his baldness. But I really liked it, and because it reminded me of a card that someone had sent me, I just thought, you know, I want to make some nice pieces with that. So like I said, that's probably one of the more expensive of the things that I've got. And then I got an indigo blue goodie bag, and this was £5. And I got a luscious pigment powder. It looks like it's a pearl sort of moonshine sort of colour. And then this is Blue Lagoon acrylic paint. Again, not sure what I'm going to use that on, but I'm sure I'll find something. Oh, that's just a code. And then grey bottled ethereal figures. No idea what to do with those. So it will take some Googling. So this is the flyer that was in it. So there's just all different things on it, like rubber stamps and paints and stuff. They're very good at doing the different textures and colourways within their group. And then there was this gorgeous stamp within it. So I think that was definitely worth the £5 that I got for it. But yeah, it's more of a, I wouldn't say retro, but more a geometric type thing that's in the background of it. So again, pushing me outside of my normal boundaries, what I do with my card making, because sometimes I get into a card making slump and I can't think what to put on a card. But because I've been card making for 20 years now, it's hard for me to make just a quick card that's not got much on it. So when I'm trying to do cards, I'm like, oh no, I need to do this and that. And it takes me ages, just because I don't want to send out a card that, you know, I've not put all my effort into. And I'm just trying to get my bag over, because a bit further. Oh, this is another one that went with that paper pack with that little girl, the stamp that I got. This was £2.50 as well, so I'm presuming that's 12 inches. 2 seconds. No, it's short of 12, probably about 11 inches, that one. So I was just getting a ruler. So there's another double good bargain that I got. I got 10 reels of double-sided tape for £4, and 4 of them are red liner tape. Now, if you're in the card making world, you will know that red liner tape can get quite expensive. Now, they only had these 2 thicknesses, but I don't mind that, I can always cut it down. And then I just got some regular reels of double-sided tape. So 10 reels for £4, you know, works out 40p a reel. You know, you can't get that that cheap anywhere else near to where I live. So definitely another good bargain. And then, whoop, I'm knocking everything over on my desk. There we go. Now I got these laser cut wood pieces, and I'm going to make some decorations for in my studio. So I had this quote as my Facebook profile for quite a while. So when I saw it, I had to get it, and it was only £2. So again, I couldn't buy that from anywhere near me for that little of money. And then there was this other one that just says craft room. So again, another one that I'm going to do I might do them as tutorials so you can just see me doing them, and then I'll just hang them up within my studio, but they're definitely some fun things to be playing with. And oh, I got a couple of sewing pieces. Got my first. I've never sewn or machine sewn any cuddly toys. So when I saw these, I thought, Ben the Beginner Bear. I thought best start off with somewhere beginning. So I got that because I've got lots and lots of like fat quarters and things that I just can't think what to do with. So I can do these funny patchwork bears and get some nice teddy bears to keep me company. And then the other thing was this panel, and this is intended for a Christmas present for my son, the one that I've mentioned before that's autistic, and he likes the Hungry Caterpillar book. Now I'll zoom out a little bit more there and you'll see a bit more of my messy desk, and it's just this big panel of the Hungry Caterpillar just under here, and then he's got the rainbow going over him. But I'm going to make a quilt for him, so I need to get finding some other colours to do around it. But when I saw that, it just screamed for me to buy it so that I can make it for my son. So I think I've just got one more stall things to show you. Now, when I found this stall, I think it was near the bead stall. I'd literally just finished paying for the stuff from the bead stall, and before I'd gone to the fair, I said if I dropped on any Papercraft Society boxes and they were cheap, I was getting them. So when I spotted them, I got a little bit like, oh my god, they're there. And I went straight across to the stall because it was only probably about 10 steps away from it, and I think I scared the lady on the stall a little bit. I think she thought I were a bit nuts. And I says, oh, I'm ever so sorry, I was just excited that I found some. And they were £15 each, but the lady was kind enough for 2 for 20 something, if I remember right. So I got them less than that anyway. And I've not seen these ones before. This one's supposed to be Zentangle, I think, if I remember right. Yeah, it's a Zentangle one. I'll probably do unboxings of these anyway. Sorry, I've got right up to the camera there with that one. So that's going to be fun. And the next one, so Stamps by Me by Tony Darroch. I don't know what number these boxes are yet. What does it say on the side? Oh, this is box 45. Because if you've seen my studio tour, I've got some Papercraft Society boxes, and they're usually nearly £30 a box. So when I saw them at that price, I couldn't leave them. Which one's this one? That's box 44. And the last one, this one, they had some samplers on it, but I'm not too sure that the things that they've done the samples on. So they've done like these clay bases, but I'm presuming there's no clay in these. No, there isn't. Must have been something that they've done with stuff outside of the stash. But when I saw that they'd done something with clay with them, it was another thing that made me think I need to get it. And this one is box 43. So oh yeah, it's got the stamps and the dies to cut the stamps out, but they'd taken the stamps out of this and they'd pressed them into some clay and made some decorations. So it gives me an added thing, so I can cross it over from my papercraft world into my clay world. So that's just about everything. We did get my husband some diamond art pieces as well, but they're his. I've left them in the house. I just wanted to show you what I got. But there were these really big scene pictures, and he fancied the challenge of doing a really big diamond art. He's really fast at doing it. I say he's like a robot when he's doing it. He'll probably chuckle at me when he's doing editing for this. It does it a lot quicker than what I could ever do. but they were really nice. And he got, one was a scene with lavender in it and all purples, which will go in our living room because that's all purples. And then the other one was a peacock wreath, and sort of like, it was a bit like those laser cut shapes, and it's the outline, and it's got a peacock on and flowers and things around it. And those are really nice, and that will go in my kitchen because we've got our kitchen in peacock colours. So definitely two good things for that. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and having a sneak peek into my little trip. I'll say little trip, but my trip to Doncaster Racecourse and the Crafting Live show. I do want to go again next year. I remember going years ago, and I think it was before my youngest son was born, and I remember being as overwhelmed then as I was today when I've been. But it was definitely worth it. I think just next year I need to plan a little bit better, because there were people there with suitcases that were pulling around the stuff that they'd bought, and then there's us carrying these bags around wishing that we'd got one of these suitcases. So if you go to the one next year, take good bags with you so that you can carry all your buys. So thank you for watching, and if you've liked it, if you could give me a thumbs up, that'd be appreciated. And if you've not subscribed, if you could consider subscribing, that'd be appreciated too. So thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.